My sheep hear my voice, and the stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers.
Hi boys and girls, many of you have been on this walk with me for the last 3 weeks already. We have crossed the halfway mark. We will continue to get closer and closer to Yah the Chief Shepherd as we walk. Today we have a really big word to learn about. This is called surrendering. If you have followed me on my Hebrew lessons, we learned a Hebrew word called hey. That is a picture of a man with his hands up. Just in case you haven't seen it, let me show you this picture. See how his hands are up? He is surrendering to Yah. Before we get into this lesson, let's talk more about surrendering. In most cases, when we talk about surrendering, we think of something bad or negative. We think of someone giving up to someone or something bigger or stronger. You may have seen in wrestling one person surrendering to another.
Well, I want to ask you one thing. How does it feel that the white man had to quit for you to make it to the big time?
Come on.
Oh, what's the matter? Whitey got your tongue?
No,
No,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, I didn't stutter.
Oh, Jazz right in the middle of the ring. SBF. And Trish somehow has, she's not going to get there. Taps out.
The weaker one always taps out.
Champion back inside. Wow! Big right hand by Alexa Bliss. What was going for a cover there? Oh, submission maneuver here on Alexa Bliss. Is Alexa Bliss going to tap out at WrestleMania? She did it!
In boxing, after a person takes a really bad punch, sometimes the white towel is thrown as a signal to surrender. In this movie, there is a war and one group of people surrenders to another.
Tight. Form up in 3 columns across the square. Keep your hands in the air. Now ground your arms and take 3 paces back slowly.
3 paces back now!
Game's over, Harry. Lost again.
So far, surrendering seems to be negative or something that is not so good. Did you know that we are surrendered to Yah, our Chief Shepherd? Before you have any not so good thoughts, let's look into this a little deeper. The idea of surrendering to Yah completely seems unreal in today's time. That means not having control over your own life whatsoever. The Bible tells us to die to self, which means not to live for yourself. It tells us to walk by the Spirit, which means to be guided by the Chief Shepherd. When we do our own thing, we are led to death. When we do what Yah says, we are led to life. When we don't totally surrender to Yah, then we are cutting our life short. Let's prove this. Let's see how this works. Let's watch a short video on an ox and his master. Watch how the oxen go straight down the row. Watch how the oxen are totally obedient when guided to turn around. Did you see how the ox was totally surrendered to the master? Now they can plant food so the master and the oxen can eat. What would have happened if the oxen did not surrender? Would they have food to eat? Do you see how life can be cut short? Let's continue the proof. When our parents drive, did you know that the vehicle surrenders to them? When they turn the wheel left, the vehicle goes left. When they turn the vehicle right, the vehicle goes right. What will happen if the vehicle decided not to surrender to our parents? What will happen if the airplane doesn't surrender to the pilot? Think on that. When we obey our teachers, our leaders, and our parents, that we are surrendering to them. In life, we either surrender to Yah or Satan. There are no other options here. Let's break this down a little. Have you ever seen a sunset or a beautiful full moon or maybe the stars at night? Do you know that they all been traveling in the sky in exact place over 1,000 years? We get light, heat, energy, and the plants can grow because of these. These are all good things, right? Well, did you know the sun, the moon, and the stars all surrender to Yah? Do you see how perfect these three are? They are perfect because they totally surrender to our Chief Shepherd. Now imagine how perfect your life will be if we totally surrender to Yah. Surrendering, which is obedience, is the second order of things when it comes to serving Yah. Hearing is the first. I have a 5-part series called
My sheep hear my voice.
Please watch it if you haven't done so. I will leave the links in the description box. Remember the ox video? The oxen did not argue with the master. This is how we are to be with Yah. We are to do what he says. We have to be broken in first. Let me explain. Look at this wild horse. Wow! Did you see the horse attack the owner? Now let's look at the horse that's been broken in. That's a big difference, isn't it? We are like wild horses until we are broken in by Yah, Chief Shepherd. The world makes us wild and hard to be used, which gives us a short life. Yah breaks us in and makes us easy to be used for his service and gives us a life everlasting. When we disobey Yah, not only do we put our life in danger, but others as well. When the car and the plane disobeyed, many lives were in danger. Let's go to the Bible story to help us understand this.
Oh, no! Captain! I've never seen a storm like that.
Me either. We're in trouble.
Whoa!
Take down the sails!
Help! Help!
Grab our hands! Men! The ship is sinking! Help me toss the cargo overboard!
We're safe now.
No! Nothing can save our ship.
Wait! What about the gods? Quick, everyone pray to the gods!
The sailors prayed to their gods, but the storm just grew stronger.
Someone has brought our ship bad luck. Very bad luck. We must find out who it is.
Let's throw lots. Then we'll know who brought this storm.
The captain and his crew, being superstitious, believed that pieces of wood and bone would tell them who brought bad luck to their ship.
There! The lots point to the man who brought us bad luck. It's Jonah. Where did you come from? And who are your people?
I am an Israelite, and I worship the God of heaven. I'm running away from him.
And he has found you.
Jonah, what can we do? How do we make this storm go away?
Throw me overboard. You must save yourselves.
Please, Captain. We have no choice. We must throw Jonah into the sea.
His God is more powerful than any of our gods. Jonah, I'm sorry. We've done everything we could do.
I know, Captain. It's not your fault. I made God angry. It's me, not you, who should be punished.
God of the Israelites, we're sorry for having to throw Jonah into the sea. Poor Jonah. May your God forgive you, Jonah.
Did you see how because Jonah was disobedient to Yah, that he brought trouble to those around him? That is something to think about.
Nothing can save our ship. Wait.
Even in our prayers, we are to surrender. Instead of trying to get our chief shepherd to work out things in our favor, we should be asking if he guides us through the situation. We are to say, Yah, this is not about me and what I want you to do for me, but this is about you and what you want me to do for you. That is our surrendering prayer. We are to have a relationship with Yah. This means that we're to learn all we can about our chief shepherd and talk with him. Not only are we to talk, but we are to also listen and begin to learn his voice. This is a growing process and takes time. We need a Bible story to help us to understand. Most of you know the story of David and Goliath. What we want to find out is why David was so brave.
My sons, come into the house. There is a guest here to see you.
Huh? Oh.
David, you stay there and look after the sheep. We're going inside.
Let's find out what David's responsibility was.
Bet I can get 5 in a row. Now remember, never be afraid.
Do you think that scaring off a bear made him brave? Let's continue and listen to where David says his help comes from.
So that's the little hero?
Looks like he couldn't fight a flea.
Make way for the little giant killer.
I don't see any giant killer. I don't see anyone.
Neither do I. Silence! Make way for this boy.
Huh?
I said make way for the shepherd boy.
The king wants to see him.
Oh, yes.
Certainly, Commander. Right away, sir.
Your Majesty, I am...
Silence! Let the boys speak.
Please, sir, don't be afraid of the giant. With God's help, I'll fight him for you. I'll fight Goliath for you and for all of the people of Israel.
But how can a boy like you fight Goliath? You can't match him in size or strength or skill, my boy. Why, you've never even been trained for battle.
It's true, Your Majesty. I am young and small. But God will make me strong. If God saves my sheep, God will save me from this giant. Now let me fight the giant for you and the people of Israel.
Yes, little David. And may God be with you.
David said his help comes from God. Okay, let's watch the battle.
Joab, get my sword and shield. Get my armor. Put them on young David.
Huh?
Joab, I said dress the boy for battle.
Huh? Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. Well, didn't you hear King Saul? Do as he says.
I can hardly pick up your sword, Your Majesty. And your shield is much too heavy for me.
But, David...
God's help is all the armor I need. Please help me, God. Help me fight Goliath the giant for the people of Israel. Can you hear me, Goliath the giant? I am ready to fight.
Ha! Do you think you can fight with sticks and stones? You'll be sorry!
You fight me with your sharp sword and heavy spear, Goliath, but I fight you in the name of God.
Did you see how David was brave and he was able to defeat Goliath? The question is, how did David know God was going to help him? Think about that for a minute. Did you know as a shepherd, David had a relationship with Yah, the one called God in the video? David loved Yah and Yah loved David. Because of that relationship, David knew that Yah would help him win the battle. We will have many battles in life, so we have to have a very strong relationship with Yah to get through these battles. Over the next 2 weeks, I want us to continue this walk with Yah. Watch this video every day this week. I'm leaving you some videos in the description box down below. Watch this video for the next 6 days. Video 5 will help us take a few more steps in this walk with Yah. Like, subscribe, and share. Guess what? We're over halfway in this walk. We only have 2 more lessons to complete this walk. Hope to see you next time. Remember what? Obey your parents. Bye!
This is what I told them. Obey me, and I will be your Elohim, and you will be my people. Do everything as I say, and all will be well.